Hello, welcome to another video in sunny yet rainy Southampton, England. So, a bit of rain going on today, a bit of thunder, a bit of a storm, but I managed to get on all these joists. So this video covers that, the wall plates, and a few more of the repairs. So, enjoy. First job getting this lintel up. So this is a 50 kilo lintel. Some people said it was 80 kilos. I should probably measure it because this has caused some controversy. But it has some steel strands through it. It's to replace an old bit of 4x2 that was the previous lintel as such above the bow windows. Apparently they're not called bay windows. I keep getting corrected. Apparently they're bow windows. The curved windows at the front of the bungalow. So these will span across the top of that, and then the wall plate will sit on top of these. So it spreads that load, and also as well, these are structural. So it's needed. You can't have it just floating on 4x2. I just don't think that's sufficient. So I replaced those, and also as well, they had woodworm rot. And everything else you could imagine would go wrong with wood over a 100-year period. That remains untreated. But also here I'm adding a lintel in the very middle, and I'm getting rid of the arch by the front door, which is a nice feature, but it's part of a bigger plan, which will be revealed in the future. So these are my wall plates there, 4x3 timbers. As to go over imperial and some metric bricks. And the walls are a little bit squirrely. But I do have straps as well to go down, but just a nice chunky fixing point that wraps over the wall. Where they are so much more substantial, I just thought it would be a better job, especially when it comes to fixing in the hips, as they're going to be 9x2 hip timbers, which are the corner timbers of the building, and the wall plates need to be quite substantial to fix that chunky timber in, because it's going to sit quite far over on the bird's mouth. If you don't know what these terms are, I will reveal them in the next video. But in this video, it is the section where I'm getting these plates on, which will fix the roof timbers into. Okay, so I'm just doing a half lap joint, and that's making essentially the same width bit of timber, removing it. So when these lap over each other on the corners, the other bit will go that way as such for the corners here, obviously. And also on straight joins, they'll just lap on. So it's like a 50-50 join, and then it's on the other side of the timber, half lap. Okay, so this is how I'm going to go about doing a half lap like this one. I'll just repeat it here. So timber thickness, looking at around 72 millimeters, so 36 would be my halfway point. Pencils. There we go, 36. And the timber thickness, so when one laps over it like that, is 90. It is 93 on this one. So just slightly over 90, most of them about 90, so I'm going to do 91. Depth, end of the timber, square up, double check that, yeah, 91. Flip it, continue that. So this is going to be the section that I'm removing, this bit. Rather than doing it all in little notches, it's a bit of a pain. Should do it in one piece. So 36 again. Okay. Let's take my saw, full depth. And I've got the half depth on this section, so I'll just cut the half depth because I've already got the saw set at that. Full depth. Spin it. Still on full depth. It's probably a better angle. Then hand saw, because the curvature of the blade, you won't get all the way in there. Don't have to use the handsaw back to front, I just thought it'd be easier to capture up the camera. And that's it. Clean it out a little bit with the chisel. Boom. And that's basic half lap that I'm doing for all the wall plates. So next job will be to bed on all the wall plates, get them level. These last ones, as I mentioned, are the interior walls. I won't film that bit because it's a lot of repetition, but they'll be going on the interior walls, and then it gets to the juicy bits. So ceiling joists, and then finally the rafters. Obviously this is flipped on its side just to show the cut, but basically these two go together and then they're fixed and glued. Obviously they slide together when you haven't got one hand doing it across 8 meters of timber. But yeah, then that'll flip down. That'll be my wall plate that all the roof rafters will then be cut onto. But yeah, this one spans right across the front on top of these concrete lintels, and then it will go round. So we're going to half lap it in the corners again, be a half lap here, basically just do a box and then cover all the internal walls with the same. So then you can set all your floor joists on it and it's all roughly level. But I have a green line laser detector that I've ordered that's coming tomorrow to get all these level, so when I bed them on they're all perfect and I'm not having to cut each rafter at different lengths, which would be a pain. But yeah, they've not been attached together or bedded down, just cut and put into position. I still need to do the interior ones here, so when the joists, ceiling joists, come across, they'll sit on these walls. I've also got these straps, which they'll go over the wall plates like that and then attach into the wall, but they will be pugged down as well, just like sanded cement. So I've got a new purchase, which is a finder, a green laser finder for my green laser. So I'm going to put this on a level and then it goes up and down and tells me when it hits the laser. So I'll be able to pinpoint it on certain sections and raise them or lower them, because I know the front's high. It's pretty much flush with this lintel, which was what it was before, along this brickwork, and then it had big beds around the side, which would be like half a brick all the way around, and then wouldn't be able to stick it down if I did that. But across the front, I did joke about saying I would use some CT1. I'm not going to use some CT1, just a real thin bed of cement and then wall straps over every section I can. So about 2-3 mil there. So that adjustment's done. If I can hold this steady for a second, that means it's bang on level within a mil. Depends how I tilt the level. When it's plumbed up. To save all the beeping, and that beeping is really, really annoying. It was also flapping around in the wind, my laser, and I didn't realise that at the time. That's why it's going beep, 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 and it's not quite hitting it and just staying level. So when it's a bit calmer on that scaffolding, it works out quite nicely. But all the levels were within around 20 mil or so, so I was able to go along with the metal rule and
the lowest points, or rather the bits that have to make up the highest beds, are towards the back of the build. So I managed to get on half of the wall plates, and then I've got another mix on, and luckily my future brother-in-law, Jack, who's an electrician by trade, came to help. So it's a lot quicker with two people. Like most jobs on this project, will be a lot quicker with two people. Not twice as quick, sometimes 3 times as quick, because you don't have to worry about the movement in between each other of trying to shift stuff around. But yeah, he's there, he's plugging it all in, and we've pretty much got them all done as well.
Okay, so that's most of the wall plates on. I just need to do these two internal ones here, and then get my straps on all round. But should be able to get all the floor joists, which are all nice big chunky 8x2s, so it will allow for me or someone else to convert the loft into another room should they wish. I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to future-proof it for them. It's within the span tables if you were to use it as a usable living space. So I'll set it up like that. But today I'm going to be bedding on those last two wall plates, and here they are. They've already got half laps on them, half lap joints. Not that it's really needed. It's just for the little bits where it returns. So you've got a little angle here that brick needs rebedding on, and a little angle here. So it'll be half lapped across there, and then there'll be the two joints. I'll just half lap them together with a little tiny piece there. Not that it's needed, it's just to tie it all together. Just look like a neater job as well. Okay, so that's all the wall plates on. Obviously, from here you can tell the joists are going to run this way. It's around about a 3 meter span. I'll get the exact measurements, but it's not a massive span. I'm pretty sure it's within the span tables, which I'll just show you now. So C24 8x2s, and it'll be noggined to hell and back. But yeah, those ones are all on. I'm going to let them go off
Overnight, and then I'm on to lifting up the 8x2s onto the roof space. So picking all my 8x2s out. I'm trying not to get any of the ones that are too squirrely, where they're curved like bananas. They're staying downstairs to be chopped into noggins. But it's quite a chunk of timber here going up. This is obviously to cover the whole floor space or roof space. So these will all be my ceiling joists or potential future floor joists should someone wish to convert the loft. But yeah, got the help of my friend Josh here. We're just getting all these 8x2s laid over. It's just so much easier with two people. So come and help me for a couple of hours whilst we got these up. And then I'm going to mark all the timbers so I know which side is crowned up. So the bow or cup, or there's multiple different words for it. You want the bow or cup or crown essentially just facing up on the timber. So I'm just spreading them out, and then I'm going to mark all the wall plates as to where I want to fix down, because I'm going to do them at 400 centres as well. And then my roof joists, so my rafters, will be able to tie into these, which building control will most likely ask for anyway. So it's better to do it now. I'm just going to timber lock and nail them. Building control may ask for me to bolt them together. I have seen them ask for that several times. It's a bit overkill considering it was rusty nails, and all the houses down here are held together with rusty nails. So we'll see what they say. I'll timber lock them and nail them and hope that that's good enough.
So that's all the ceiling joists or floor joists if someone does a loft conversion laid down. They're not fixed in yet, but it's all through the building. It's a job of just even getting them up there. They're 4.2 meters long, and I knocked my wrist, so it was a little bit of a pain, but my friend Josh did give me a hand with some of them. So I'll get them fixed in tomorrow, and then cut all these ones in as well, as there'll just be a little run across here. I could have got longer ones, but I oversized them a little bit for this space just so I could chop off and do 2-3 noggins. So these are all spaced 355 apart, which means they have 400 centres, or rather they will be. As I'm just about to set up the chop saw, cut loads of noggins at 355, and then I can go down, fix them all in place, and then fix the joists down in place as well. But I need to cut off all the excess, and then they're going to be joining out here slightly, so I've got to be careful I don't cut off too much. Just how I quickly do repeatable noggins. So I want all my noggins to be 35.5 roughly, as timber's 44mm thick this way. So when I'm doing 400 centres, you got to take off the thickness of the timber, which 44mm, take off 400 would be, what, 356. 356. So I just do 356, 355. I've spaced them manually at 355. So all my cuts, 355 block, couple of clamps, just so it doesn't move. Make sure it's square here, and then literally just get all your offcuts. So if you order oversized timber on purpose, you can do it this way. We've got enough for 2 noggins, and you can chop off any splits on the end. So this one, for example, has a split right here. So I'll try not to use the bits with the long splits in it, and I'll cut past it. So this will go in the timber waste pile. And that is 35.5. So yeah, just going to get all these done now, shoot through them.
The next job, some actual building happening. So going through these quite quick, and then they will be taken up to the top. They'll be spaced in between all the joists at those 355, as mentioned multiple times. But this is crucial, so it will give me the crash deck to construct the big roof on top of that, and it's nice and solid.
Sleep, yeah. Only miss you when I'm breathing in too deep, yeah. Am I just your little secret? I didn't hear the sirens. I didn't wanna see the warning signs, and now I pay the price, yeah. Oh, I should've known. It hits me like a tidal wave every time you say my name. It hits me like a tidal wave. It hits me like a tidal wave. A tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. Patient on the shoreline. Now you're leaving, but I know you got your reasons too. I didn't hear the sirens. I didn't wanna see the warning signs, and now I pay the price, yeah. Oh, I should've known. It hits me like a tidal wave every time you say my name. It hits me like a tidal wave. It hits me like a tidal wave. A tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave.
With the bulk of the joists and noggins now in place, you'll notice there's a bit of a hole forming in the middle. That hole I'm going to put in a loft hatch. I'm going to do it at this stage just because I've never done it at this stage, and I think it's a lot easier rather than me going back once it's all constructed and just cutting a hole, adding in all the noggins. So I've got all my 22mm chipboard. I'm just trying to plan it out as to where I can walk safely on the roof. You see, I've not got quite enough sheets to cover the whole lot, and also as well, this can't really get wet, so I need to cover it over each evening. So I was trying to clump it together in a usable place. But this is the loft hatch I'm installing. It's a Facro one. I'm using joist hangers around it. Bit excessive. It doesn't even recommend that in the instructions that come with this one. And yeah, just building a frame around it so I can lift it into place. I do, again, have my friend Josh coming to help me. He's been quite helpful on this project so far. And he had to go to Toolstation to get a couple more joist hangers as well because I'd run out. But we're going to get this in, and where there's two of us, we can lift the whole structure in with all the noggins in place, which will take all the plasterboard and everything, and it just makes our lives a lot easier.
All right, so we'll just lift it over. Try not to die.
No.
Which way round is it going?
Is it going to drop down? Is it? Should we put a bit of
I
batten?
don't think it's going to drop down. It's going to drop down, yeah. It's going to.
Should we screw a bit of batten on underneath?
Yes, that's a good idea, mate. Even if it's that bit of OSB, but I think it's...
it's going to drop down anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least then it'd be a bit more lighter, but it
Yeah.
might go down into the cavity. Yeah. I'll get them little offcuts and I'll just pin one onto the side. Is that going to be enough? If we let's lift up on
I
it.
don't think it's upside down anyway, isn't that? So I don't think it's going to go down on its own. Nah, it's not.
Nah. I was just going to pin a little expression there.
Upside down. We have put it in upside down, haven't we? Yeah. Oh, that's that not being mic'd up and put on YouTube.
Because
That's annoying. That is upside down, isn't it?
yeah. Oh no, what's that? Why is that? Why can't I move that?
Oh yeah, no, it's right. It's not upside
sorry,
down.
ain't gonna fall down. Sorry, yeah.
Sorry, YouTube, it's not upside down.
Yeah, it's not going to fall down. Yeah, because we had the face that way anyway,
yeah,
didn't we?
yeah. It's weird
too
because
late, yeah.
we're on the mic. It's not too late. We're still on. We're still good.
No break time.
Right, do you want to move? Yeah, you right? That one's obviously not fixed in.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
There's no health and safety pay for this job.
I've got any rams.
RAMS, is that risk assessment management forms or something?
I don't know, I never really checked.
Okay. Just. Oh. Do you want me to do that bit or?
No, I don't mind sitting over there.
All right.
You got a lot.
Should we move that timber? That one, Josh? Yeah, that stuff's all fixed down, so
Yeah, I'm
you're
just
right
going to
there.
move this, and then I can have a little
Is
seat.
that a shiner? Yeah, you have a sit down. I'll slide it across that one. Got it?
Yeah.
All right, legs out the way,
Yeah, I'm all good.
fingers out the way.
Oh, it's good that we left that because
Yeah.
we can pin that onto that then.
Yeah, and then we can move it which way
Yeah.
we need to. Okay. That's how you fit a Facro loft hatch, I guess.
Yeah, it was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah, not too bad.
Double strutted there as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it turns out it's not the wrong way round.
Yeah.
How was that to fit, Josh?
Yeah, it was alright. I didn't really do much, to be honest with you. Didn't get shouted at, so it's a good point.
Yeah, that's always good. Yeah, but that front door will be getting moved back anyway. When I say moved back, I mean moved out. I've already put in some lintels underneath here. We'll be going to there, and then this will swing into sort of this space. And then that will pretty much be it. Josh just on his phone.
I'm just looking at the time.
Nervous. What is the time?
Bedtime,
Bedtime.
8:30.
8:30. All right, time to call it a day. Underneath you'll see I'm losing a lot of light, which is actually a good thing, which means it's starting to come together. Desperate need for a tidy up, so I'll get all this tidied up in a minute. But from below, that loft hatch is in. You just saw me and my friend Josh put together. It can still be flipped around. I'm not too sure which way to face it as of yet. And I've just got it ducked down so I can sit flooring across it. Hopefully don't hit my head going past it, but just so I could sit flooring across it and so I don't accidentally stand on it and just fall through. And when I say flooring, that's going to be my crash deck when I'm assembling the cut roof. But yeah, all the rooms are together. I still have some noggins to go in here, but they can go in after the roof's constructed. And they're already cut, some of them over there, some of them up there. But yeah, it's been super lucky with the weather. I think it's actually about to turn, so I need to get this roof on as soon as possible. I'm going to order the membrane and tiles as well this week, which is going to be a very expensive day. I need 100 meters of felt and battens. I don't know. I need to do a calculation. Depends what tiles I pick. I haven't fully decided as of yet. But it'll be something similar to what there was there before, but obviously new. So many years of life left in them. And thank you very much for watching. The next video will be that cut roof that you see. So yeah, see you later.